Video game addiction is a real problem for many people. Study shows that there are 2 billion people playing video games worldwide, and this number is expected to increase by the year 2023. 3 to 4% of gamers are being addicted to video games, and 8.5% of the youth aged 8 to 18 suffer from gaming addiction.
Game addiction is defined as compulsive and uncontrollable use of video games to the point where it interferes with other aspects of a person's life. Video games have become more ubiquitous and frequently targeted towards youngsters. Gaming addiction have become a growing issue for parents. But how does it happen? Dopamine is released by the brain's reward center in a reaction of a pleasurable event or hyperarousal. When a person is hyperaroused while playing video games, the brain correlates the action with the release of dopamine. The individual develops a strong desire to seek out the same pleasure over and over again.
How does game addiction happen? Actually, there are many types of video game addiction, and here is one of the most example. Games are played online with other people and are especially addictive because they generally have no ending. Gamers with this type of addiction enjoy creating and becoming an online character. They often build relationship with other online players as an escape from reality. For example, is Mobile Legends. For some, this community may be the place where they feel the most accepted.
Hi, good day everyone. My name is Barco, and I will discuss about one type of bad effect of being an addict in video games. So what is it? It is dopamine addiction. What is dopamine addiction? It is the reward circuitry in your brain is one of the reasons video games are fun. Your brain releases a neurotransmitter called dopamine. So, dopamine which regulates the feeling of pleasure from video games. When dopamine activity happens in the nucleus accumbens, the pleasure center of your brains, you feel joy. This is when the gaming addiction starts. Over time, your brain gets used to the steady supply of dopamine, and the nucleus accumbens requires even more dopamine release for gaming to feel fun. And when dopamine arises, your brain is getting used to it so that you feel joy when you play video games. And that's one thing, the bad effect of gaming addiction.
Hi, I am Brian Angela Alconaba from 12 Hosea. Various studies show that playing too much computer games causes physical changes and increase anxiety and depression in players. Many studies shows that most adolescents who are addicted to computer games have high heartbeat and blood pressure due to too much excitement and stress.
Anemia is a condition in which you lack enough healthy red blood cells. Having an anemia also referred to as low hemoglobin and can make you feel tired and weak.
Relationship problems caused by excessive video game play are a common problem among gamers and their families. When people become excessively addicted to video games, they begin to neglect other aspects of their lives. One example is having positive and supportive relationships with their loved ones. Relationships need work to maintain. However, when a person spends most of their time playing video games, there is practically no time left in the day to converse with family and friends. A healthy amount of gaming with friends and family can help to strengthen relationships. Excessive gaming, on the other hand, frequently leads to isolation. As a result, it is important to monitor your relationships and determine whether they are going in the wrong direction.
One of the bad effects of gaming addiction is reducing in motivation. Video games may distort a person's perception of effort, achievement, reward, process, and growth. While the extent of this impact on people with very prolonged exposure certainly has the potential to exacerbate these effects. Up to 4% of all gamers become addicts. This is according to a conservative estimate by the WHO or the World Health Organization. This is because video games are created to keep a player's attention through sustained gratification. At all times throughout the games, there will be multiple achievement and an intertwining low effort or high reward dynamic that is in no way reflective of principles of achievement in the real world.
Prolonged gaming has been known to spark up migraines, even in those who have previously not suffered from them. Because someone who plays video games for extended periods of time prone to migraines because of the intense concentration required and the strain put on the eyes.
How to overcome game addiction? First is to evaluate your screen time. Do you play with time management or are there other issues while you are playing? If yes, the second thing to do is to play in moderation, taking break every hour, and third is to find other hobbies, choosing games which involves physical activities, and if those things doesn't help or the addiction is way too much to handle, you should consider consulting a professional.